Hello fellow orchid lovers. This is just a quick video to share with you some of my new blooms and some exciting things that I wanted to share with you. So I know that I showed you guys, this is my orchid named after my niece Charlie. So a little while ago I had showed you that she was growing another primary spike. So she has 2 of her flowers open and a 3rd to come. Really beautiful blooms, very, very pretty. So I wanted to share that with you. She only decided to give me 3 blooms this time, but I'll take whatever she gives me. Just love to look at those beautiful blooms. The next one is my orchid that I call Snow White. This orchid was one of the orchids that had basically no roots when I got her. Well, she's doing much better. She grew a lot of roots this past year, and now she is in bloom again. I have noticed, these flowers are kind of fresh, so the color may come, but I have noticed that the lip is not as orange as the spike was when I got her. So when I got her, this lip was a lot more orange. There is some orange, but not as much as the last spike that she gave me. Or I'm sorry, to correct myself, the spike she came with. But still beautiful, beautiful blooms. She gave me quite a few, so it looks like I'm going to get a total of 6 on this spike. And it is a spike that she grew in my care. It's a primary spike. My volcano, Midnight Volcano Queen, the 2nd spike that she grew, is starting to get buds and open. I love this little flower. So, so pretty. Oranges and coppers and reds and yellows. Just a beautiful, beautiful flower. So as you can see, this is where the light comes from. So the spike is reaching towards the light. Her other spike that she had, as you can see, it's about time to trim. So I'm going to take care of that today. This is watering day. So I'll trim off the old one when I'm watering her, but I'm really looking forward to seeing these blooms. They lasted for a good long while, so hopefully, you know, we'll have another month or so of more blooms. This is another orchid that is growing a primary spike in my care. Again, it looks like not many buds, but that's okay. This is one of the orchids I don't know what color it's going to be. I bought her out of bloom. She was on the discount table. So we'll see what color these blooms are going to be. I'll keep you up to date on her. But it looks like the spike is doing pretty good. I wanted to share this crazy girl with you. So this is my orchid named Annalise. It is named Annalise after my friend's daughter. So she's the one that had the primary spike with the big, huge blooms. And then she decided to put out a secondary spike that was like an acre long. I mean, like it's a primary spike. She got 3 buds, blasted 2 of them, and decided to only open 1. I don't know what this orchid's doing, but it's pretty interesting. So I think what part of the problem is that this was so heavy that it was having trouble getting the nutrients up and around. So I kind of staked it a little bit to raise it up so that maybe it can get some more nutrients to the flower. So we'll see if that helps at all, but really, really pretty bloom. Love, love, love. That lip and the throat is so pretty. So we have a flower on her. 1 flower is better than none, right? That's how I see it. I have 2 cattleyas that are potentially going to bloom for me this fall. So one of them is my new cattleya, the bag baby that I got from Lowe's. This is her name. So it looks like she has flowered once before. There is indications that there was once a spike. This is her newest growth here. This was, you know, kind of small when I got her, so it's grown since I got her. I don't know if you're really going to be able to see it, but down in the leaf joint, I can see it, but you probably can't. There you go. Can you kind of see that? There is the beginnings of a flower sheath. So hopefully we'll get her to bloom. Hopefully we'll keep her happy enough and she'll bloom. She is also coincidentally putting out new roots and a new growth. There's the new growth right there. So she's a new growth coming and a lot of new roots. So she's doing really well. We seem to have found a spot that she likes. The other one that has a sheath is one that has bloomed for me before. Oh, her spike is definitely stuck in there, so I'm not going to pull it out. It's one of my volcano queens, a Kiko Sato volcano queen. So this is one of the growths that she grew in my care. It bloomed last fall, and now she has another sheath. Now right now there is no bulge or bud in the sheath, but the last time that she bloomed, it did take a fair amount of time to develop the bud in the sheath, so hopefully she will decide to do so. This is the first time, the last growth that she put out for me was only 1 leaf, but this time she decided to do 2 leaves. So 2 leaves and a sheath. So we'll see what happens, but otherwise she's doing pretty good. So that's her. One of my new favorites. Look at these little beautiful flowers. Oh my goodness, I am in love. And you can see the sparkle, I think, on these flowers. I mean, look at these little petite nuggets. So cute. So this is one of my newer orchids. Come here. This is a Phalaenopsis equestris, and it's the variation light purple. So pretty. Not really a fragrance, but I mean, just gorgeous. The lip is such a pretty yellow. It kind of reminds me, okay, we're not focusing. There we go. It kind of reminds me of like a crocus, the color, and I love spring, and I love when I see my crocuses popping up. So I don't know, there's just something about this flower that just really makes me happy. She's got 3 more buds to come. So for my first spike with her, pretty good spike. I'm pretty excited about that, and I didn't break it. Wow, I'm so impressed. I am so clumsy. Typically small dainty things don't make it very long in my house. But I didn't break it, and she's blooming, so I'm really excited about that. I'm very excited to share that with you. She's on my list of favorites. Another favorite that I just love is my Miltoniopsis, my rescue Miltoniopsis that decided to bloom for me. Really pretty. This bloom is lasting a lot longer than I thought it would. I thought by now this would start to fade, but she is still nice and crisp and no signs of fading. So I'm really excited about her. Just wanted to show her and share her with you again. She does have a scent, a very sweet rose petal scent to her. One of my other orchids that I'm kind of proud of is my Atroviolacea, my Latoria. These blooms, I checked before I made this video, these blooms, this plant started blooming in March. It's August. And she still has healthy blooms. I mean, this plant, she gave me 7 spikes this year. And as you can see, she still has a few blooms left. I mean, some of the spikes, you know, they're done. They need to be trimmed. But look at that. Still going. Love this plant. Like, super thrilled with her. Another one that I'm excited about is my Equestrius, my Encyclia radiata. That's my Equestrius. She bloomed. When I got her, she had the beginnings of a flower spike. Wasn't sure if it was going to do anything. It developed a bud. The bud sat there for like the longest time. And now she's finally open. And I really enjoy her. She's got a really beautiful green tone to her. She's got those beautiful burgundy stripes in her lip, and she smells amazing. Like, just beautiful. And this one flower, you'd be surprised. It packs a punch. It's a pretty good, you don't have to get in close to smell this one. And I really enjoy it. Some people say that it's too much, but I guess maybe if she was covered in blooms, it might be too much, but oh, just really happy with this. Her new growths are doing really well. So hopefully we'll be getting some more flowers. So just wanted to share that with you. It's a first time bloom for me. And then also I recently got a new orchid. As you know, my nieces picked orchids to name after themselves, and unfortunately the one that my niece Kaylin picked to name after herself had stem rot, and I gave it my best attempt to save her, but I wasn't able to do so. And so I was spending the day with her recently, and we went to the store and I let her pick out an orchid. This little guy needs help. That she liked, that we could name after her in place of the one that died. So she picked this one, and I have to say she's got really good taste. Really beautiful spotting back there on this petal. Look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. And then the lip is white with just a flush of pink. So it's really nice contrast, really, really beautiful flower. Very nice going. So this is now the new Kaylin. Oh, and I promised my niece Aubrey I would give a shout out to her. So Aubrey, this is your shout out. I think it's so wonderful that my nieces and nephews watch my videos. But anyways, yeah, so that is some exciting stuff that's going on with my collection. I hope that you're all doing really good, and you're also really enjoying your blooms and your nice, wonderful, lush green growth. This is the season for the plants really to, you know, kick it into high gear and get ready for either, if they're fall bloomers, to bloom, or to give themselves enough energy to get through the winter so that they can bloom in the spring. So I hope that you're all enjoying your collection, enjoying your family and your friends over the summer. And I definitely will try to keep posting. The summer is usually a very, very busy time for me, but I will try to keep posting as much as possible and keep in touch with you guys as much as possible. And I will talk to you all next time.